It is Good Friday. Or is it? Is it a Good Friday? It is a Good Friday. Yeah, here we are. Sadie's first. For a change. Hi, Beth. So, Good Friday. The mail is running, but the stock market is closed. So, I don't know what that means. Is the stock market, folks, more religious than the United States Postal Service? Or are the United States Postal Service people just not Christians? I don't know. Just throwing that out there. Hi, Lag. How bum crack picker. You didn't, bum crack, you didn't even have to be in first for Mr. Sadie. He did it all by his little self. Oh, man. What is going on today? Besides Good Friday? Don't know. Good Friday. Isn't Good Friday the day that Jesus rode the donkey into Jerusalem? Happy Easter. Yeah. Hi, Diane. It's Easter time. So, what's going on today? I got up. I already made 5 listings today. Woohoo! That's the first listings I've done in 2 weeks. Yeah. I've been gone and I've been busy. So, just now getting around to doing some listings. Hank. So, I don't know what's going on, everybody. Nothing going on here. Much. It's Good Friday. I guess on holidays you're not supposed to do a whole lot. Lag already did 3 listings. That's pretty slow for you, Lag. You usually have like 20 done by 8 a.m. I don't know of anybody that does reselling part-time that does more business than you do. There may be some, but I don't know of them. You got some pretty big numbers for part-time. You must not have a life. Just go to your regular job and come home and list. That's all you do. You must not have any friends. Just kidding, Lag. Just kidding. Oh, you're full-time. I thought you were, I don't know. Where did I get the idea that you were part-time? Okay, never mind. I take all that back. Waiting for a UPS delivery and then heading out thrift trip for overnight. Oh, okay. Cool, Joanna. Fax. Yeah. I need to get my facts straight. I don't know why I thought you were part-time. I guess just because I thought you were part-time. I don't know anything. I'm polishing some boots. I like selling cowboy boots. They don't break when you ship them, and they're usually pretty good money. Yeah. Sound like, I mean, you combine work with a little time off, a little vacay. It's good stuff. It's like part of our vacation we just went on was Gwen's conferences with her business. Palm Sunday is the day that Jesus rode in on the donkey. I guess so. Yeah, these are, I don't know, just a pair of ladies' cowboy boots with a heart on the toe. Yeah. I guess they're ladies. I'm sure they are. I'm not going to judge, though. Anybody can wear these. So, morning, Texas Val. I could see Texas Val in a pair of boots like these. They got a heart on them. I don't know. Are y'all seeing that? Let me go back to Sally. Sally may be waiting in the. Yep, there she is. Sorry,
Yeah.
Sally. Oop, I accidentally removed you.
Hey.
Oh, there you
go. I'm trying to fit you out.
Sorry, I was looking at the YouTube side and polishing my boots.
I've been going like this for a freaking minute.
Yeah.
More than a minute.
I know, Texas
like
Valley. Look at
6
these. They
minutes because I came in here 1 minute after.
They got a heart on them, and then they got cut out.
You blocked me, lag.
Cut out like wing things.
Yeah, John does want the spotlight to himself. No,
Yeah,
I couldn't even get to that first page where you say that you wanna start it says, do you want a pre-recorded video or the other thing? I couldn't even get to that page.
Well, that's weird because StreamYard all the time tells me, do I want to buy some time because I'm running out and stuff, and then but it always lets me put a show on even if I'm out of.
So this isn't gonna save then to YouTube? You would think.
Something like, I don't know, you're allowed so many hours per month or something for free. I don't know where it doesn't save, if it doesn't save on StreamYard or if it doesn't save on YouTube. Somebody go look at my channel and see if all the old live shows are still on it. I'm busy polishing boots. I don't know. I'm still even though I started doing these lives around in September, I haven't really kept up with what all StreamYard does or anything. I should educate myself better.
Cyber says, howdy everyone, no day off today for Easter? Nah.
Easter is Sunday.
It's me, it's Tommy B.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah, I feel better, Cyber.
To me, Good Friday is just basically another day.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Good Friday, but, nobody
What happened on Good Friday? When's the day that Good Friday. What's special about Good Friday that the stock market's closed and everything? I know it's Easter holiday, but
Is your cat throwing the boxes off the shelf?
Yeah, because I've been not throwing away, donating a lot of stuff, just cleaning it out.
Oh.
And so there's nothing in them, and they just knock the empty boxes off.
You getting rid of all your inventory?
No, I'm just getting rid of some stuff that I can give to nephews and nieces and get out of here.
Yeah.
Or great nephews and nieces.
Get out of here. Did you decide to move?
Yeah, I told Roberta I had had enough, and I'm getting the hell out of here. No, we're thinking about doing some remodeling. So basically, our thoughts is tearing this whole sunroom off and making our den bigger, and then adding an office back here. So,
dang, home ownership is a never-ending thing, you know.
It is.
Who died, Beth?
I told her, I said, you know what, I'm just about to the point of just finding this piece of property and getting us like 4 single wides and hook them together. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
A friend of mine he and his wife just bought a new house, and they spent like $600,000 for it. And I said, dude, you're 68 years old. You know why you'll never see that mortgage paid off.
That's crazy.
He'll leave it for others, I'm sure.
How do they get a loan like that? 68 years old, and they get how do you even get you pass the loan on to your heirs or something?
They probably, if they borrowed any money, they only borrowed a couple $100,000.
That's a lot of money to me still.
Oh, it is. And especially at this point in life.
That's cray. Anyway.
Yeah, you can pay cash if you have that much cash. Lots of people don't have that.
Yeah.
But you do, Lag. Because you reach.
Lag is reach.
Reach.
All this time I thought Lag was part-time seller. I just thought, man, he does good for a part-time seller because he puts up some big numbers that he talks about.
Yeah, he does.
But then he just said this morning, no, I'm full-time. Duh. Like,
Lag, you just had a return for like, what, $3,800 or something, and you were fine with it? I don't know anybody that would be fine with a $3,800 return.
Well, yeah, if you sell $3,800 in items a month, one of them coming back isn't that bad.
Oh, Jesus died on Good Friday.
Was it?
Thank
oh, okay.
you, Jesus. I appreciate it.
So Easter Sunday
is when he rose.
When he got up out of there. And the stone was rolled away. Up from the grave he arose with the mighty victory yours.
Hey, Trina. Do I know you, Trina? I'm trying to think. I have bad memory. Or am I just meeting you the first time?
Me too. Who's Trina? Hi, Trina. Where are you at? What
Good
are you
to have you.
Has Trina ever been on the morning?
I don't remember
Trina.
I don't remember her name. I don't think we have anybody else named Trina.
Well,
I don't.
Come on a few times and I'll give you a wrench. Get you wrenched up.
She knew. Where are you located at? I'm not talking about
like reseller, Trina?
I'm saying, I'm not trying to be creepy or nothing. I'm just saying, where are you at in the world?
Yeah. Where do you live, Trina?
Pennsylvania.
Box Gaming. Bento Box
Pittsburgh.
Gaming. I never heard of Bento Box Gaming either. Good morning.
Hello,
Trina's in
Bento.
Pittsburgh. Do you know the Philly Flipper? He's from Pittsburgh. Somebody else is from Pittsburgh.
I know Anissa lives in PA.
Anissa?
Anissa.
You got some people I don't recognize. That's okay though.
There's
Show
a
us
Bento
up
Box
there,
Gaming.
everybody.
There's another one. That land shark picker. I don't know that name.
What? That's Craig.
I know.
Oh, you
I
Sally,
was being funny.
don't mess with my brain.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is all, Cyber. This is all I need. Okay, bye, Tom.
Cyber, what are you up to? Do they have Easter in Great Britain? I guess they do. I need to go to Jerusalem sometime during Easter week and see what all goes on. I bet that would be interesting.
Trina says, I'm getting ready to start selling on eBay, sort of nervous. Well, it's kind of a lot, you know. Best thing is to educate yourself. And if you have any questions, we're here. You know, we can kind of give you a direction to go into.
Yeah.
I've been reselling for about 10 years. I'm part-time. And I have a full-time job outside the home. And but I know a lot of, I mean, almost everybody here is full-time sellers. And
Not me.
yeah, you are. Where'd you go, Tom? Is he in
Tom
the
left.
green room? Yeah, there's a lot of people with experience here, and definitely it does take you learning some on your own, and you know there's going to be stuff that you do that is going to teach you different lessons. Hi, Julie. Good to see you, honey.
Yeah. It's pretty cool to see a beginner reseller on. We haven't had a beginner around for
Oh yeah, I mean I have,
forever.
but we're pretty much we're a huge group of friends because you know I've known lots of people like
Hey, Reds.
you know like a lot. I've known a lot of people that are in here for years and years and years. But we always welcome new people, and we'll try and help you as much as possible without steering you wrong.
You just have to pay tribute to Todd. He likes it in gold or silver.
That's an egg, Cyber? What is that? It looks like a bowl of ice cream.
Hey, Mike.
I seen that.
Looks
perfume.
yummy.
Mike picked up a huge perfume. Oh, what is that?
Cyber Curtain Twitcher's wife is a confectioner, cake maker.
Oh.
She does wonderful work, fun stuff. And Cyber says that's a white chocolate egg.
Oh my God.
Looks like a big scoop of peach ice cream to me. Now I want peach ice cream.
Yeah, that sounds good.
No
to
matter
me.
what it is, just put
Yeah.
it in front of me and I'll eat it.
That's right. If it's
That.
sweet, I'll eat it.
Yeah, I'm ready. I got my Honeydukes Hogwarts candy bag right here.
Dang, Todd, you've been eating the hell out of that candy because that bag was
Yeah,
full
I
the
No,
other
am.
day.
it was like up to here, and now it's
I thought you were gonna send me some.
oh hell no, I'm eating these myself.
Yeah, well you don't need all that sugar.
No, I
Yeah.
don't, but neither do you. So there, me.
This is true.
If I'm one, you are too. Heh. Takes one to know one. Heh.
Oh, there's a balloon inside of it, and she's gotta pop the balloon.
So what do you put in the egg after you pop the balloon? Do you put like
Candy, maybe.
money or more candy or something?
Whatever it is, it looks good.
Yeah.
My deal, if I pop the balloon, it would the egg would probably collapse.
We have a grocery store here that makes their own. What are the little square cakes called? You know, they're only like a bite size. You know what I'm talking
Brownies,
about? What?
brownies,
No, they're iced. Usually have some kind of little decoration on top of them.
cupcakes.
No, they're little square things, maybe about an inch and a half in diameter. Anyway,
Mm,
they're
little
they're
cupcake.
lemon ones. I could eat a daggum dozen of those little lemon ones. They are so good.
I call them good
Petafors.
enough for stuff in my mouth.
Petafors is what they're called. It just popped in my head.
Oh. Huh.
Is that like a pedicure?
Nah. Little Debbie's. Yeah.
Little Debbie.
Oh my god. Little Debbie's.
Okay. Let's move off of food now because now I'm wanting to go get a dozen glazed.
You brush the melted chocolate over a balloon to make the egg. Oh. That's cool.
It is cool.
You know what? Some of these there's a new show on Netflix. It's called This Is Cake. And it's got, like, this guy says, this is a bowling ball. But this is a cake, and damn if that cake doesn't look just like that bowling ball does. So that's what it's about, is, you know, making
Wow.
cake like that. And you know, that's amazing that people can do stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm watching what is that lady's name? Julie. Julie. What is her name?
Is she the home organizer?
No, Julie. She's a cook.
Oh, Julia Childs.
Yes, Julia Child. Yeah, she. There's a show on. I think it's on Hulu. It might be on
No battery.
HBO Max.
No
I can't
battery.
remember.
No battery.
But it's really good.
Low battery, Tom.
Yeah.
Fix that. So, yeah, Julia Childs is the one that had that real squeaky Eastern voice. Now you bake the cake
Yeah.
in 360 degrees.
I always thought she was French, but she was from like Connecticut or someplace like
Yeah.
that.
Well, she went to French culinary schools.
Yeah.
She like has a doctorate in cooking or something like that. I mean, I mean, not just a normal chef. She went to French
No.
Yeah, she went to
cooking schools.
Her husband was stationed in Paris. Yeah.
He was like an attaché to the
US I was trying to give you guys hints so that you could tell me who she was.
Okay.
Yeah, she was. I
This is a
watched
good movie.
a documentary on her one time.
There's a good movie called Julie and Julia on I don't know who's streaming it right now, but it's a good movie, and it's not giving you any spoilers, but the way the movie set up, it's about a woman that's a young girl that is, well, I say young girl, she's in her 20s. That's infant to me now, but she is having a midlife crisis, so to speak, and so she starts cooking through Julia Child's cookbook, one recipe at a time. Well,
Oh,
while that story's going on, they're flashing back to Julia Child
oh,
when she was going to culinary school and that kind of stuff.
Julia
oh!
Child failed the first time she went through the cooking
Yeah,
I
school.
did not know that.
she had
I wouldn't have
issues.
thought that. She seems like a smart lady.
The woman that was head of the, I wanted to say Fountain Blue, but that's a hotel. It's a fancy French cooking school. Anyway, she did not like Julia because she was a woman and she was an American, and but
Mm.
yeah, she wanted it very badly. But anyway, it's a good little cute story, and it kind of tells you about Julia Child. And I can remember my mom watching her when I was a little kid,
Huh.
and I think she came on around lunchtime or something because we were always at the kitchen table eating when she came on, so it had to be around lunchtime during the summer. And my mom liked to watch her.
Yeah. I
See,
don't remember her ever being on TV.
That's because you're a child, Sally. Sally, you don't remember having to go out there and crank up the daggum generator, so you could watch television,
here's another cupcake that Cyber's
Oh, it's a poo
wife made.
cake.
A poop cake.
It's a poop cake. You know,
A friend of mine's son, when he had his 13th birthday, he wanted a poo cake for his birthday cake. And I'll tell you what, that thing looked like a big old pile. I mean, it looked good, the way it was all crafted, but
Emoji cake. Yeah,
um,
Cyber's wife also makes some risque cakes
oh, cool.
with like body parts
Phallic
and such.
shapes.
Yeah. She makes a woman cake and she makes a man cake. Yes, she does.
Nice.
And it's just what you're imagining right now. Yep.
doing.
Read. What are you doing, Cole?
He looks like that little dragon that's on How to Tame a Dragon or something like that.
Yeah.
And he is just as wild as one.
my cat is too. I was playing peekaboo with him,
I do
and
remember the Galloping Gourmet.
we were running from the eBay room to the back of the living room, back and forth.
You get your cardio in, were you?
I used to watch the Galloping Gourmet after I finished delivering my afternoon paper route when I was a kid.
I never even heard of that.
You don't remember? You don't know who the Galloping Gourmet is?
He was funny. I enjoyed watching his show.
And he drank all the time. Gosh, Sally, you are really young.
Yeah, he would polish off a bottle of wine during the 30-minute
right.
show. It always amazed me that guy could cook an entire whatever he was making that day in 30 minutes time. I mean, he always finished, and then at the end of the show, he would sit down and take a big bite and then look at the camera like, "Ooh, that's so good."
Didn't he have you would set the table, have a table set for like 3 people, and he'd ask a couple audience members to come up?
Every once in a while, yeah.
Hey, Bethy.
There's that big cat.
There's my big baby. He's trying to go terrorize the dogs. He likes to make dogs bark. He
Yeah,
thinks it's
like
funny.
Julia Child pretty much set the American TV
Yeah.
standard for cooking shows.
I think it's
When
funny.
she taught Americans how to cook French.
Yeah.
He's such a brat.
They all are, Sally. They all are. Since Roberta's been up at her mom's house, I have a bed full of cats to keep me company. Roxy wants to sleep right here.
God.
And Cole
Julia
and Fun.
Child show.
Do what?
Julia Child and the Galloping Gourmet were like late
See?
60s, early 70s.
Oh, see, I wasn't born until 76.
Shut up. That's your graduation high school.
There you go, Cole. You did it.
Hey,
She's really being a pain in the ass this morning.
Sally, you were born in the third year of my college.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hey.
Youngster.
My birthday's in December, so I started a year late because I didn't turn 6 before October or some bullshit like that. So I was one of the older people in my class when I graduated, and I was never held back.
Democratic.
Did y'all see that picture Tara posted of the kids in Brandon's class?
No.
She posted it on Facebook or in the group. Some of them boys look like they've been held back about 6 years. I swear to God, these are some of the biggest middle schoolers I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have any problems finding kids to come in and ask for cigarettes and stuff to do those stings because all the kids look like they're older than what they are.
Yeah.
You did it, Cole. You did it again.
I showed the picture of the football team to my nephew who plays elementary peewee, whatever it is, football. And he said, those boys look like they're high schoolers. I said, no, those are Kentucky middle schoolers.
Jeez.
Galloping Gourmet was 60s. Yeah, I was thinking he was black and white. Did he ever go to color? Todd, do you remember?
Yeah, I think both those shows started in black and white and then made the transition to color when color was coming out.
They had to start matching their clothes, huh?
Just about all the shows that I can remember started out black and white and crossed over to color. Bewitched, Lost in Space, all of those.
Yep.
Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
See, Trina, you come on here to learn how to resell, and we're talking about TV shows. So.
See, this is what we kind of do, though.
Yeah.
This is should be called the meet at the coffee counter or something like that.
But if you ever had a question, we could try to answer it for you.
Yeah.
We're not experts. We do this, as a way to make money. And
my biggest advice for a beginner would be learn how to do shipping correctly, because you can lose a lot of money. Yeah. So go on all the big YouTube channels that are run by, most of the big channels run by resellers, and watch how they watch over and over how their shipping videos, how to pack, how to print labels, how to pick the best price for shipping labels, because it's complicated. There are a lot of little things you have to know about shipping.
And you're gonna make some mistakes along the way. It just happens, and it's just the way it goes, and you'll learn that way also.
I still make mistakes. A couple of years ago, I sent a homosexual book to somebody who ordered a Bible from me.
Todd,
I'll never live that one down.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
one thing,
get your
just don't overcharge. Don't overcharge on your shipping,
yeah.
because
And
that will get you.
once you list items, keep them organized. Like Tom's rank of boxes back there, that's pretty organized compared to my shelves behind me. Mine are
A little bit is fine.
Yeah.
With overcharging a little bit, but you don't want to do too much because
hey Silverstacker.
you you will you don't want to do too much because it'll keep you from having sales that
Yeah.
way. Um,
Because
but
people look at that.
huh?
I said people look at that. They look at how much
Yeah,
it costs.
people look at that and also, but like you could definitely, you don't have to do free shipping, and I'm sure you know this by now that free shipping doesn't mean free. It means you incorporate it into your price.
Yeah.
And but however you want to do it, everybody's business model is different, and whatever you want it, whichever one you wanted to do. But if you were gonna do paid shipping, I always do a little bit over because I like to make I like to give the customer good deals, and so I take best offers, and then I make money on the shipping. So
Yeah,
that's
that
just the
buyer who
way I
bought the
do it.
Bible lag said, "I think you made a mistake here," and showed me a picture of the homosexual book. I was like, oh crap! So fortunately, I had another one of those Bibles handy, and I just sent him the right one. I said,
He's over there
"D-
terrorizing the dogs right now.
dispose of the other book as you see fit." Yeah, the buyer was cool with it.
But it's like, do you buy much stuff off of the Goodwill website?
Right.
Um, some of their, and I told the manager of the store that Sergey works at, I said, you need to tell somebody they need to look at their dadgum shipping, because they were charging like $18 to ship a package that would go into a $8 flat rate envelope.
Hmm.
Wow.
And I told him,
Well,
I told the manager, I said, look, if I was to order something and they charged that kind of money and it came in a flat rate envelope, I said, I'd be raising some mortal hell. He said, well,
so Sergey works for them now?
Sergey, he's worked for him about a year or so.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's looking for something else. He's got some experience in, so he's,
Oh, that's cool.
uh, I just amongst the three of us.
But you know what? I've ordered some jewelry. I've ordered some jewelry from Shop Goodwill, and it's always been pretty good actually. But maybe different places are
Yeah.
more comparable than others. Hi, Mr. Sadie. He says I can finally afford to resell.
It's
Yep.
just, you know,
Oh,
at his store, the resellers have a bad rep because they apparently come in there and just get in the damn way and digging stuff that they're not supposed to be digging in. And so, if any of y'all shop at Goodwill a lot and they know you're a reseller, take them a dozen Krispy Kreme glaze every once in a while just to be on their good side,
yeah. You ask if it's competitive. It can be, but really there is so much for everybody. There, they have so many different things you can do with the algorithm now that will bump you ahead in a spot, rather than this person, and get you seen on the first page rather than the second page, and so it can be a little bit competitive, but you're not going to be selling books for a penny. You're going to be, just if you know how to look up comps, that's the best place to start. Start looking up comps on some of your stuff, and try to kind of see where you're at and how much you can charge, and compared to like how much you bought stuff for. And I would try to, I'm not going to say go as low as you can, because that's not the, I don't think that's the best way. And I'm not usually the lowest. I'm usually, my prices start out pretty high actually, and then I take best offer, and so I take a lot of offers. See, Lag says I price up. Yeah, so if anybody else has any information, put it in the chat. But just the way that I do it, and everybody does things different. So it's like, we're not gonna criticize you if you guys stop it. We're not gonna criticize you if you do things a certain way. Everybody does stuff different, and it's just you gotta learn and probably watch a lot of videos and talk to a lot of people and figure stuff out.
Try to take really good pictures. There's not a rhyme or reason why people buy. I mean, they want a certain item, but I've sold stuff that there's things have been cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And they bought from me instead of buying from them. And, I go back and look, well, their shipping is a little bit higher because I know I can throw it in a flat rate box or envelope and send it on its merry way. But a lot of times it's like, why did they choose me? It probably just happened when their search came up on the screen, I was at the right eye level and they clicked on it and they bought from me. Does that make sense? It's just sometimes there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just what they do. But also, since it says kind of where you're from, the area you're from, some people look at that like I should get it faster because they're a day away from me, instead of coming from California and I live in Pittsburgh, that type of thing.
Yeah. That's a good point. Mr. Sadie says, be honest about your item's condition. That's very important. If it has a stain or a hole or whatever you're selling, if it is, has some kind of blemish somehow, just make sure you put that in your condition. If it is a very wanted item, you could still sell it. There's people that buy clothing and items that, have chips and, stains or whatever, but you just need to make sure that you describe that right. And take a picture of it usually.
Right.
Just go on listings of good resellers that and go look at their store and see what all they put on their listings.
I sold a coffee mug one time that had a chip in it. I mean, it had a big chip in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I priced it cheap. And somebody still bought it. And I said, you realize that this has a chip? And they said, yeah, I need this one to complete my set. And because it had like, say this coffee mug here, it had the same image on both sides. They said up on my shelf, I'll just turn it the other way, so you can't see the chip, but you'll see the whole set of them up there.
Oh, I see.
Because the coffee mug I sold for like $5 plus shipping, and the rest of them, the ones that were like new condition, were selling for like $27.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason I stuck it up there, just to see if anybody was trying to finish a collection out. So
I don't have my best offer set. I don't have it preset. I just take all best offers. I don't have a minimum or anything like that. I like being able to determine if I want to take my cat is just going crazy today. I like to be able to determine if I want to take an offer or not, on the time that they send it, and I try to accept it right away.
Cyber, I resemble that remark, and I'm offended. Some eBay sellers couldn't take a bloody photograph if their life depended on it. Yeah. I have to work at my photos.
Mr. City says Todd probably has 9. I don't even know what that number is. 987654321 orders or offers to send right now. Oh my gosh.
Let's see how many.
We have a full moon tomorrow. I'm not even worried about that cat. I'm worried about the people. I gotta work this weekend, dang it.
Listings eligible to send offers. 60.
Huh?
60.
I thought Todd was talking to us.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. I didn't have my microphone in front of my nose. Yeah, I've got 60 people to send offers to.
I thought I was good. I had 6 this morning. But I send mine probably 50 times a day.
Haven't sent any offers in like 2 weeks.
I send offers as soon as I get them.
Because you've been on vacation.
Yes, list every day. If you can.
Even if it's just one. Just show activity, and I say this because there'll be a week I won't list one thing, but at least one thing every day.
Yeah.
75% off. I would lose money at 75% off on my stuff.
Yeah. This cat. I swear.
Hey, Jim and Tara. Yeah, if anybody wants to jump on the chat, we're not going to have a stock market moment today because they're closed.
Is Cyber one of your coin friends, Todd?
Yeah, Cyber and Silverhairstacker up there are coin folks, gold and silver folks. Yeah. Yeah, eBay has an algorithm that I always hear about that rewards sellers who are steady listers do a few every day instead of 20 on the weekend and then none the rest of the week,
Trina, you can sell coins. You can sell coins on eBay, but since you're relatively new to it, if you got some coins you want to sell, I would just stick them back until you get a little bit of experience, because these coin people are crazy. We got one. We got one on the show with us, and we probably got a half a dozen of them in the listening. But
Yeah, if you
you
got
need
coins to sell, I'll buy them from you cheap.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
it's but you really need to have a little experience.
Trina, that's actually how I got started selling on eBay. I wanted to learn how to sell some coins on eBay that I had.
Yeah,
And
Todd's got plenty of money. He'll buy it.
yeah,
He'll get ticked off with you in a heartbeat if you say, "Well, I got a bunch of silver jewelry I want to sell," and you haven't mentioned it to him first.
30 coins. Yeah, I'll make you a fair offer. So
Is Cyber from Europe? Or is he U.S.?
Okay.
he lives in the southern part of England.
Because he used the phrase "bloody" up at the top, and
Yeah,
I figured he was one of your European friends.
yeah. Actually, when Gwen and I got to go to Great Britain, it's been like 6 years ago now. We actually did a meetup, and we went out to eat lunch, and he's a nice guy, and his wife is nicer than he is.
His wife is. Did you say his wife is nicer than he is?
Oh yeah, she's a nice lady.
No,
That's
don't.
usually the case. Hey Tara, how are you?
Good morning, all. Thought I'd pop on and say hi. You guys
Tara.
are probably about done.
Y'all stay so busy anymore. I don't even
Yeah,
see you
we've been
commenting in
doing.
the Facebook page.
I've been gone. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been gone a lot.
So the post office is open today, but the stock market is closed. Okay.
But do some post offices close between noon and 3, or does nobody do that anymore?
Probably on regular schedule here. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't think they do that anymore unless you're in
Mr.
like
Stadium,
Pocahontas, North Dakota, you know.
They used to. I mean, I remember as a kid, everything would be closed between noon and 3, but I don't know if they really do that anymore.
Yeah, I remember when on Wednesday afternoons everything would close. The banks, everybody, because the banks were open on Saturdays for farmers.
Oh, really? I don't remember
Yeah.
that.
Well, that's because
You're old as Methuselah.
I got 25 years on you probably.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm gonna be 49 in a month, or a little less than a month.
Okay, I got 15 years on you.
Oh, you're 15 years older than me? Oh, I want you to be way older than that than me. I thought you were like 30 years older than me. I don't want you to be that close.
I'll be 65 in December.
He's only 15 years older than me, Jim.
Are you feeding him hormones, Tara?
Am I feeling my hormones? I don't think I have hormones anymore.
Did you hear us talking about you just a minute ago?
No.
I mentioned I don't know why I did, but I mentioned the picture you posted of the kids from middle school, and I showed my great nephew who plays football the football pictures you posted, and he's like, "Are those high schoolers?" I said, "No, those are middle schoolers."
I'll tell you this, like, because me and Jim and Brandon will be together. I'm like, God dang, Brandon's getting big. And then yesterday they had this. It's like a family night recognition. So they had a whole bunch of like recognitions for sport teams and like band and choir and all the, club group stuff. So we were there, and I'm like, geez, Jim, look at Brandon in that line with football players. He just looks regular size. He doesn't, I can't say it, but when he's with us, he's about 2 inches shorter than Jim, and he weighs 195 pounds.
And I'll say something else too. A lot of these kids, when Brandon's talking about like in the locker room and stuff, they'll say they're going over to some kid's house to play video games because that's the kid who's got the video game system. A lot of these kids don't have a video game system at home. I mean, all they do is stack bales of hay feed cows. You know, I mean, they're rough and tumble kids.
Yeah. And there is some really big. I wrote like last year when Brandon was doing it. I'd watch those kids walk across from the football field back to the locker room across the parking lot. Holy Christ! I mean, these kids are big. I mean, not just big, but I mean, because they weight lift, they all got like biceps and stuff. And some of them, you know, where they get like the muscles on like the abdomen muscles and like because they'll have their shirts off or like that muscle that's by your pelvic bone, which I don't even have one. I'm like, where do these kids come from? I
They're all
mean,
super polite.
oh yeah, and they're super polite. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yeah. Anyway,
That's cool.
yeah. Actually, I'll say when we made the move, that was the only thing that ever worried me was, you know, having your kid change schools like that. But this school district, I mean, maybe it was just luck. We just really ended up in a really good school district down here, and it's actually a very good school. Yeah, we got lucky. I would say in ways it's better than the school he was at in Wisconsin. Anyway.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, he's got like these. That's what he's doing now. He's got like all this weight equipment here. So let's say he comes home from school and then if he doesn't have football practice, and even if he does, then he goes and lifts weights for a while.
Yeah. Wow.
I never thought I'd have a kid that would be doing that.
You need to bale a bunch of hay and have the football team call the coach and say you can they can do some workout. Come over there and throw throws of hay up on the truck.
Yeah, here's the thing of it, Tom. I don't really like a whole herd of kids around my property, so no, I wouldn't do that. I have nothing against kids. I just don't want a bunch of other people's kids all over my property. No, I just make Jim do it. It's the one thing that keeps him young.
If they're baling hay, I mean, if they're throwing the hay up on the trailer or the truck or whatnot, the more the damn better, because they're going to get tired and go home.
Yeah. I try not to bale hay anymore. I mean, I have a friend and I help her bale some hay, but I really try not to do that anymore. That's hard work.
Oh, it is.
And it's hot and it's hard work and
My brother that's got the wife and daughter with all the horses, he's like, I'll ride the tractor, I will fertilize, because they have a big field of Bermuda.
Mm-hmm.
And so he says, I'll ride the tractor and I'll bale it, but I am not throwing one bale of it. So
when I first met Jim, this is when I first started seeing him, and Jim still smoked. And I would be stacking hay because a lot of times I just do it by myself because I had all my family members were too old. So Jim's like, oh, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. I'm like, okay. So I'd be just, throwing hay and he'd be like stacking it or whatever. And I'm just working like normal speed. His face would be like beet red, cherry red, because he can't breathe because he smokes. And then he'd start yelling at me, stop rushing me. You're working. Why are you working so fast? You're pushing me. You're rushing me. I'm thinking, I'm not even working fast. I'm just working normal speed. But he used to freak out. But now I got him all in shape, so he doesn't do that anymore.
That's good.
When my dad had the farm down in Horry County, which is over by where Myrtle Beach is at, he had about 35 acres of hay, a field that he would, they would cut and bale all these bales of hay. And we'd go down there, and my cousin had a semi truck with a big long flatbed, and they would put that thing in first gear, and he would just creep along across the pastures. And everybody would be throwing the hay up on the back of the trailer, and then they had some people up there that were stacking. I have a couple of cousins that they could grab these big old bale of hay in each arm and just throw them up on that trailer like it was nothing all day long.
I rode a lot of wagons stacking hay.
Do I?
Oh, I said I rode a lot of hay wagons stacking hay. But you got to shoot. It slides up to the wagon, and you just pick it up. And I never had a kick baler that threw them in, but
my brother has. He went and got my sister-in-law and niece, they bitched about the hay baling. So he said, "Well, what if we buy a roll baler?"
Yeah.
And she said, "Okay." So then he had to go buy an attachment, go on his tractor, like a forklift that would pick them up and move them around. And
Yeah, you
so
need a bale or something.
they have a big roll baler, so he just rides around on the truck.
Yeah, you
tractor.
put those round bales under cover. I mean, they're just as good. You know, you could put them out in the field or whatever, and there you go. It's not as much work.
It's So they just pick them up and they take them and stack them up under a big shed he has.
Yeah.
And so
That's your agricultural minute.
yeah, that's your agricultural minute. You know, some people, you know, they look at me and go, "Look at that, he's a fat city dweller."
Well, you are a city boy.
Hey, I have pulled tobacco drags. I've done just about all that kind of crap because my dad thought it was nice to reactivate his farm that he grew up on. And I'm like, no. I go to Food Line and I pick up all the steaks I need. I don't need to feed them or eat them.
Yeah. But you are a city boy, Tom.
No, I'm not.
You are a city boy.
I'm just as happy out in the
Do
middle
you still buy mixed gas in cans?
Do what?
Do you still buy mixed gas in a can at Lowe's?
No, because nothing I own can use mixed gas. You have to use that true fuel or whatever it's called. And besides, Tara, I have people that come do my yard.
Okay. You're a city boy. Arrest my case.
I don't know, but Tom, I've been on the phone with Valerie a couple times when she's went to the drive-thru or something, and oh my god, I'm like, oh my god, that lady is worse than Tom.
What do you mean?
Like your draw.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't have anything. I don't have a draw.
Yes,
Okay.
Tom. I mean, his isn't real thick.
You people talk funny is what it is. And I play a couple of computer games with some guys out of England, and I'm like, repeat that again.
She said that she kind of had to get to the point to where she could understand people because their accent was so thick that she could not understand what they were saying.
It's God's country here.
Yeah,
Who was that Welsh guy that came on the show a couple of times and we couldn't hardly understand him?
Oh yeah.
Remember him? He sold used military stuff.
Military militia.
Yeah.
I think that was his name.
That was a goofy dude.
Yeah, he was funny though.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really hard to understand him.
One of the guy that I was just talking about that I can hardly understand. I have to really pay attention to what he says. He's married to a girl from Connecticut. And she told me one day she was listening to us talk while we were playing, and she said, Tom, he had to ask me 4 times before I realized he was asking me to marry me.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But he really has a really odd accent as far as your
The hard thing about losing your hearing is that your mind tries to find out what words you're saying. Instead of actually hearing the word, your mind is trying to jumble everything together and try to figure out what you're saying. And so, yeah, it's really hard sometimes whenever you're talking to somebody like that and you're like, what? I don't even know what you're saying right now.
Glenn?
Mr. Sadie, Tara thought everybody in the South sat on their veranda drinking mint juleps.
No, I just thought you did, Tom.
I don't even.
I thought you wore a white suit carrying a lemonade around, walking around.
Yeah. Look
I,
look like
like freaking
I'm
Colonel
gonna have to go out
Sanders.
and find me a white.
yeah, he looks like Colonel
It's
Sanders.
like Colonel Sa- He had a chicken drumstick in one hand and a glass of lemonade in the other, and just walked around telling people what to do.
Finger licking good.
Oh, he wasn't the Welsh guy wasn't from Welsh. He was
Millionaire
from
militia.
Liverpool.
Yeah, that's right, Liverpool.
Hey, Bumcrack, how you?
He wasn't Welsh. He was from Liverpool. Okay, but wasn't he like? I know he was from Liverpool, but wasn't he like from a different area or something to where it was close to uh
Well, isn't Liverpool way up in the north? Is that getting like closer to Scotland and stuff?
yeah, like
It's kind of on the west coast of the Big Island. It's
Oh,
it's
so I
not
don't
very
even
far
know.
from Wales, actually.
he sounds different than Bumcrack. I mean, like
Yeah,
way different. Like
he sounds
like
different than Cyber too.
me and Bumcrack have to play games for me to understand what he's saying sometimes too. But like I can most of the time understand what he's saying. But this other guy, yes, yes, but okay, so he has a shop on Staffordshire, but isn't he from some other place? Yeah, I know you talk normal English, but you're in the UK, so it's not really normal.
Yeah, if you're not from
If you don't
Texas, you
talk
sound
American
funny.
English, you have an accent.
Yeah.
When I was 17, we went up to Kitty Bunkport, Maine, for my dad to go fishing, and these shopkeepers, because I don't fish all day like that, so I was just wandering around town and looking in shops and whatnot, and people kept saying, "Are you from Houston?" I'm like, "No, I am not from Houston. Thank you very much. I'm from South Carolina." Well, I thought you were from Texas. But one of the people that I follow on YouTube, that's they come over and go to like Disney and Universal and stuff like that. That's their channels. One of the guys has a son that's about 14, and he can sound. I think it's called Cockney. Eliza Doolittle.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's hard to understand because I tried to
Dropping
watch
the H's and all that kind of stuff. He can jump into that in a heartbeat, and he just likes to mess with the Americans when he comes over here. he starts, doing the Cockney accent.
I like Shameless, and I tried to watch the English Shameless as the original one. I mean, I couldn't hardly understand them. I just never got into it.
Oh Lord, we're all different.
I don't have an accent.
I got to go.
Okay,
See
bye.
y'all later.
What time?
Thanks, Todd, for having the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
I will try again on Monday.
time to go. Yeah, we should be on Sally's channel Monday, but who knows?
Bye, Sal.
I'll let y'all know what's going on. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, it's about time to shut this puppy down anyway. I've heard about all I want to out of Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I won't come on anymore.
Oh boy.
No.
I'll just
That's
pout.
funny. There you go. So anyway, it's nice to meet the newcomers that came in. Trina and who was the other one that was never seen before?
That was me.
No, it wasn't.
The
Who was
Bento. That was me. That's me. That's my gaming thing. I was on the wrong channel.
You're on the wrong channel. No, Benito Box Gaming.
That's Bento Box.
Bento Box Gaming. Oh, that was you?
That's my gaming thing.
Oh my God. Okay.
I was on the wrong channel. I told you that a while ago. I said ignore that one. That's me.
Happy Easter. Don't eat too many Cadbury eggs.
God. The caramel ones are out now, aren't they?
They're hard to find here. I mean, I finally got some, but I mean, there was like none on the shelves. They like sold out right away.
Well, at least get Peeps. Yeah.
I don't do Peeps. Those are nasty.
I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Happy Easter.